Great news. It's 5 p.m. and it's still light up. See, no one's on this street. I can scream. It's fine. I finished up work for the day and I'm just taking a little walk. It feels so nice, and thank God for that. I was starting to hit a little wave of seasonal depression, which I really only have myself to blame for. Think about it, it's like, oh girl, like what's your morning routine? Like, oh, I'm waking up at 8:40, rolling out of bed, washing my face, maybe, and then like logging on right to work. Like, no wonder you feel like ass. I just wasn't taking care of myself, wasn't doing the right things, wasn't brushing my hair. It is the little things, I'm telling you, that like make you feel like a human being. And when you neglect those little things, you're gonna feel like hell, and you only have you to blame. Oh, it's kind of sunset right now. It's starting. I actually rarely walk in this area, but you can see the skyline. It's actually really nice. But the reason that I'm heading into Williamsburg is I'm going to the Brooklinen store. I just want to go in and feel the different kinds of sheets. I've been looking at their stuff. Like, I live close enough to the store where I can see it all in person before I order online. There's no one in this world more lazy with returning. There's just so many dollars wasted, so many items that just like sat in the corner because I swore I was gonna return them. Like, be so for real. You know yourself. So the less I can order online, the better. I'm like, how good would a matcha be right now? Like a hot matcha? I love, Kosas came out with that matcha in collaboration with Cha Cha Matcha. We don't have a Cha Cha Matcha in Williamsburg, but honestly, now that I've spoken it into existence, give it a day. Williamsburg is so fancy. I was walking there this morning, walked by Chanel, walked by Hermes. Like, what? I feel like it'd be a good, oh wait, there's Jack. Are we all here together?
Ooh, that looks nice.
Oh, that's our house.
Oh, that looks nice. Okay.
That's the Sunday Citizen blanket. Okay, we just got off the phone with Jack's mom. His mom used to be an interior designer. She also just like, she knows. So I think I'm gonna do eggshell because I have a white, like a pure white blanket that I can do at home, and I feel like the contrast of the pure white blanket with the eggshell would look really nice. It's also just like a lot warmer, and of course like anything white is gonna get dirty, but I feel like it would show a little bit less with the eggshell. That's just my thoughts. Okay, back home, we're pretty stocked in terms of groceries. I just wanted to I'm making like a lemon caper, probably like a chickpea chicken tonight, and I wanted to get some parsley. Herbs are so underrated, and it like brings up a dish tenfold. Like a sprinkling of parsley, a sprinkling of cilantro. Forget it, like that's what makes you feel like you're eating like you're at a restaurant. So I got some parsley for that. I mean, you know my favorite thing ever. The Oat House granola butter on sale. They were all on sale today. If you've never had these, it tastes like kind of like a ground up Teddy Graham, like super like maple syrupy. It tastes like heaven, but they have a vanilla flavor, which is a little bit sweeter. Oh my God. I love this stuff. Like, you can put it on like banana, you can put it on toast, but honestly, I think it tastes best straight to the dome. Olipop was having a promo. I had to tap in. Their most underrated flavor, the cherry cola. If you're like a cherry Coke or like a Diet Coke ho, so good. But it's about 6:30 now. I don't think dinner will take long. I'm gonna make some rice and then we'll get started on the chicken. Does anyone else do this in the winter? Like, I will chill in my parka. Like, oh, I would have literally started cooking and like hanging out in my puffer for like an hour. Like, I need to settle down, take a load off, girl. I'm gonna cook the chicken in this tagine. It has this little hole at the top, so it's nice because the steam can come out of it. So it's kind of like, it's kind of steaming the chicken, but also it's gonna get a char on the bottom from it at the same time. It's the best. I think Jack's mom got this from Morocco.
Hey Queen, it's future me at the New Orleans airport. Just wanted to clarify that that pot is not from Morocco. It's from Williams-Sonoma, and it's linked on my LTK if you want it in blue, but like, did you stretch before that reach? Morocco?
If raw chicken isn't for you, this is your out. 3, 2. Okay, you're still here. So I mixed the Trader Joe's Greek chickpeas, which has like lemon, oregano, olive oil, whatever, just like a lot of flavor, and I'm using that mix that up with the chicken. I thought this would be really good, kind of like stewed with olives so they get really soft. I love olives in a dish. And I also have some tomatoes. Some people think it's gross when tomatoes get squishy in like a cooked dish. I think it's delicious. I'm gonna mix this up with olives, tomatoes, and then she's going in the tagine. What a feeling. In retrospect, I would have bought pitted olives, but we're here now. I'm also feeling kooky insane. I feel like dates would be good. Have you ever had chicken marbella? It's like olives, dates, and chicken kind of prepared this way, but it doesn't have, ooh, this one doesn't look so good. Huh, this is kind of gross. It's like black on the inside. Let me see. I don't know, I literally ate these dates 2 nights ago. I'm sure they can't all be like that. Okay, this one's fine. When you're cooking, I feel like there's 2 kinds of people. Like, you know when you open a thing of blueberries and there's one moldy blueberry, but then you inspect the rest of the blueberries and everything else looks fine? Like, are you the kind of person who throws away the whole box of blueberries, or you're like, okay, like one moldy blueberry, we can move on? I feel like it has to do with like your parents and how they react to things like that. We're eating the carton in my house, you know what I mean? So many things that we do that we don't know why we do them, but they just stem from our upbringing. They just stem from how your parents did things. My game plan is I'm gonna get a good sear on the chicken, and once I feel like it's like 70% cooked, I'm gonna add, because they're not, like, these are like really thin chicken pieces. I know it'll cook really quickly, but I'm gonna add some chicken broth to make it really juicy. And since we're having it with rice, I want it to like thicken, almost to be more like a stew. A little smoked paprika. Never hurt anybody. I don't know, I like everything spicy. Like, I feel like I'm desensitized, especially in college. My sorority house food was so bland and so bad that like we all just like dunked everything in hot sauce, and I really mean everything. Like, there was no meal where I wasn't dousing everything in hot sauce, and I feel like it just like fucked up my taste buds. When I'm eating something and it's not spicy, I feel like something's lacking.
Going to college for it. It's just, it controls your life. I can see right now and how this is being handled on that end. But I didn't want to bash it, but I do care about, even though I was fucking annoyed with them. I chose not to really talk about it on the internet, even though I got every fell into the...
Okay, she's done. I just tasted a piece of the chicken. I always get nervous with cooking chicken in this way, because it's like you really can't see when it's done, but you just pull one out. This rice looks so good.
Looks delish.
Yay.
Carrie snapped.
Dinner slapped. It will be on the rotation. Waking up like an hour before you have to start getting ready for the day will change your entire day. I know my day is just starting, but I know it's changed because I just feel like I'm in such a good mood, especially because a lot of the time I film myself doing makeup, or it's like become like a get ready with me. It's not necessarily like a resting period. Like, you know, when you tune out and you do your makeup, it's like makeup therapy. It's not really restorative when I'm like talking, and I love it so much. It's not to say that I don't enjoy it. Because I film myself doing that, I feel like I need to carve out other spaces in my day, like for stillness and for silence. I'm not quite there with like meditation yet. I just don't know if it's who I am. I don't know, maybe I need to give it a try again. And like, honestly, if you have any like meditation apps or methods for beginners, like true beginners who honestly like are not happy to be doing this and are kind of resisting, let me know. But what really helps me and what I have a lot of resistance towards is reading, because you have to be silent during reading, and even though you are consuming something, I just feel like it scratches my brain, like it's good for my brain. And I just started reading, finally. I know I'm so late to this. Eli Rallo's book. This is such a quick, digestible, but it's like still like it's packed. The way that it's written kind of reminds me of the last book that I fucking read, I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. Not in content, but in the way that it's kind of like short essays broken up, so it really keeps your mind stimulated. Sometimes, you know, when you're reading a book and it all just kind of blends into one and you kind of lose focus and you're like, okay, I read it but I didn't retain anything. Because it's broken up into like little essay portions, it's really easy to retain and like to keep your attention, which is perfect for me. And I'm really not a natural reader. Well, I'm kind of in the midst of rewriting the story that I'm not a reader, because like if you grow up and reading didn't come naturally to you and you always like dreaded summer reading, like you kind of have this ick towards reading because it just felt so negative growing up. Rewrite my story that I don't have to be an avid reader, but like I can enjoy a book from time to time, and it doesn't need to be part of my identity. It can just be something that I do, not who I am. Like you don't have to be a reader to read. You can just read a book and that's that. 8:15 now, I'm gonna start getting ready for the day. I'm in office today and I'm also meeting my boss and my manager for a coffee first, like just to catch up, just because I'm part-time. If you're just popping in here, I work part-time at an influencer marketing agency and I love it. Because I'm like only on for limited hours a week, I feel like it doesn't really leave much time for socialization and like catching up. So it's nice that they suggested this coffee this morning. We're gonna go to the Hoxton Hotel in Williamsburg, working in the office, and then look at my, am I okay? This is my evening. Like I never stack my calendar like this, but it's kind of a busy season for events. It's February 7th, so it's like right ahead of Valentine's Day. Sorry. I'm also getting a haircut. I've really done it. I've really overbooked myself, but come on. I mean, my hair is such a dead little mop. I'm going to Hair by Tina M on the Upper East Side. She came really highly recommended. I feel like all long hair girlies have trauma with the hairdresser because hairdressers just like really don't understand a trim. Like you go in and they just get so scissor happy and they want to give everyone a fucking lob, because I know it's healthier for your hair, but I'm just not there yet. I don't know, my hair is kind of my security blanket, and maybe one day I'll go for short, but today's not that day. Okay, quick rundown. I'm going to a Levi's gifting suite. I don't go to gifting suites often. Astrid and Miu is a jewelry brand. They specialize in these little forever bracelets. Makeup Revolution, which is one of my favorite drugstore beauty brands, is having an event. They're having a launch. And then I'm so excited. I'm going to a dinner with Maud, the sexual wellness brand. They do vibrators, they do candles, but it's so funny to be on their radar because at my last agency, I was doing influencer marketing for one of their competitors, and I have researched this brand to no end. When you're doing marketing for one brand, you also have to become like an expert in all their competitors. That's just how it works. So I can't believe I was invited to this. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a marathon. Woo! I say this is the first time I've like ever loved a haircut and feel like the hairdresser actually listened to my needs. She's in like the upper 50s on the west side. She came highly recommended and for good reason. The fact that my hair is like past my titties and I just got a haircut has never happened in my life. Like every single other hairdresser I've been to is so scissor happy, but she really listened to me and I felt so taken care of. She was such a comforting energy. Also, she has long hair. She's a long hair girly, so I knew I was in good hands, but yay! So haircut checked, and I'm running a little bit late, but I'm going to the Levi's gifting suite. What a dream of the day. I don't say this enough, but I'm so grateful like for you all and like all the opportunities that you've brought me. Thank you's never enough. Hey everyone, we just hit Levi's. Kelsey's a Levi's girl. I don't own one pair of Levi's. Like this is gonna be baby's first because every pair I've tried, I just have a camel toe. But we found two styles that looked really good. Yeah. Baggy Dad. And then what did I, like 90s?
The 501 90s, which like 501s are really tight and tapered through the waist and the thigh. So it's like really meant for a certain type of body, like very, very small, slender. And if you have any amount of hip, any amount of thigh, it's never gonna work. Like I physically cannot get in, I can't even pull up a 501 past my knee. Like it's just not happening.
See, but when I hear Levi, I just think Levi 501, so like I thought that was just every pair of jeans.
If you were ever gonna like find a 501 in the wild, like at a vintage shop, and it fit you, it's probably men's, which is all of my 501s are men's.
See, I feel like no one knows that.
I know. And then all of my 501 women's are the 90s that you got. These are 90s. These are 501 90s.
You're their ultimate brand
I also
rep.
used to work at Levi's.
Did you?
Like for their wholesale. Long time ago.
Another thing I didn't know.
It was traumatic. I have so many stories. I'll tell you offline.
Oh yeah, offline.
Okay, wait. Picture? Oh, wait, no.
Holy shit, that was a lot. It was a really, really ambitious day, but it was really fun. I have to say, you know when you like drink a lot somewhere but it doesn't hit you until you get home? I came home and I was like, nah. Against all odds, I made it to a breakfast meeting at 10 a.m. That's grit. Honestly, I felt like I was in college. Like, you know when you're in college, you're just like literally indestructible. Like, you can go out drinking, puke your brains out, and you just like wake up for that 9 a.m. class and you go and you rally and you take that test. Like, that's the kind of energy that I was channeling yesterday. And honestly, blame it on the haircut. Like, I was on that haircut high, and it'll make you do crazy shit. But today's Friday. We're actually going to New Orleans today. My dad is from New Orleans. That's where he grew up. And every year he rides in parades during Mardi Gras with his like little high school buddies. It's their little tradition. I don't think we've been, when was the last time we went to Mardi Gras with them? Like 2020?
Like a month before COVID.
Oh my God. Like a month before the world blew up and so many people got COVID at that Mardi Gras, and I don't know how we didn't get it. I've only had it once. Have you only had it once?
COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just it was Christmas of 2021.
And then when did I get it? February?
Yeah, right after.
When I found out I got COVID, I was at Jack's apartment, at this apartment. It was before I even lived here, and I tested positive, and his roommate was out of town for the week. So I kind of just like holed up here because he was already like infected by being around me. Before then, I wasn't like too keen on moving into this apartment. Like, I kind of envisioned us getting a new place together, but like I quarantined here for like a week and I started to get comfortable, and like I started to kind of like see I can live here. Of course, like the apartment has its quirks, but like I felt really comfortable here, and that's when I decided to move in. New Orleans for the weekend. I need to start packing. We both have a little bit of work to do. I'll probably start packing at like 12:30, and then we need to leave for the airport around 2.
Get packing.